niggas get no money, dog. Say, you gotta give your whip back on Monday, dog. Shorty said, yeah. Don't tie me. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. No tie. Please don't tell no lies. Oh, yeah. Don't have me in your time. Oh, yeah. Please don't tell no lies. Oh, yeah. Don't have me in no time. Oh, yeah. BX back. Oh, yeah. Running through the place. Oh, yeah. 100 on the chain. Oh, yeah. Another 100 on the range. Oh, yeah. Can't forget where I was though. Used to sleep on the bus though. Dollar menu we grubbed on. Now I got my own drugstore. CVS can't cut it. Yeah. BVS wrist flooded. Niggas love talking money. Yeah. See them, they ain't saying nothing. No, they can't see about me. They don't bleed like I bleed. Pussy, nigga. You ain't seen what I seen. You don't be where I be. Pussy, nigga. And that BX boogie. Pin me under my hoodie. Why your hoe keep looking? Keep that fuck shit pushing. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. No tie. Please don't tell no lies. Oh, yeah. Don't have me in your time. Oh, yeah. Please don't tell no lies. Oh, yeah. Don't have me in no time.
Yeah. I'm on my boogie down Bronx shit. Ask around, boy, I'm one of the goalless. And this is a fat fucker chat when I bring the X back like I fuck with my old bitch. Empty that 30 like holeless, yeah. Murder to beat my condolence, yeah. And your bitch pussy so good that I hit and I slept in the box like I'm homeless, yeah. Facts. Dig got me. Then she gon' suck on my DNA. Then she get kicked to the side like a FIFA play. After that bitch get a soul snatch. Design of the belt, just a whole strap. Stacks never fold on my skull cap. With some road runners, get your skull cap. Oh shit, I'm talking spice talk. Diamonds dancing, watch the ice walk. Shoot as well, then let the pipes spark. On your road to riches, get your life park. Get that ass filled with dum-dums. On the X, bitch, I'm in the slums jump. When my pieces hitting for a lump sum. Puerto Rican rum, screaming fuck Trump.
Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. Don't tie me up. No tie. Please don't tell no lies. Oh, yeah. Don't have me in your time. Oh, yeah. Please don't tell no lies. Oh, yeah. Don't have me in no time. Oh, yeah. No tie. Yo, fast. Yo, niggas get no money though.
Hey guys, Coach Davis here, U.S. Army Bowl National Director. Truly excited about this second day of drafts. Today we have Connecticut with us, New York with us, and the great state of Georgia is finishing up their draft. Today, starting off, we're gonna go with New York. New York and Coach Hawkins, Mookie Hawkins out of Buffalo, New York. Coach Hawkins is one of the founders of Grade 8. He was one of the coaches on the '98 City Championship with Corey Graham. And he is currently the quarterback coach at Health Science, the 4-time Class B champs. He's also a Buffalo Bills beat reporter. We're super excited to have you come down and bring your players up to us in Texas. And we're excited to hear about you and what players you have coming. Coach Hawkins, up to you.
Guys, can you hear me?
Yeah, we hear you, Coach.
Hey, thanks for having me. And I'm sorry that I'm experiencing some issues here, but yeah, this is New York State is very excited on being a part of U.S. Army Bowl this
Coach Hawkins seems to have gone out. We're going to circle back to Coach Hawkins shortly, and the New York side of things. Right now, we're going to head over to Connecticut with Coach Gerald Patrick. He's a Springfield, Mass. original, born out there. Now he's moved into New Haven, Connecticut. He's a Wilbercross alum. He's a 3-time state champion in the state of Connecticut, 2-time with Pop Warner, 1-time with AYF, a semi-pro legend, a multiple-time champion. I've had the blessing of going against him before with the militia, and he was with the Bearcats, and I also got to see him when I was with the Hudson Valley Cowboys, and he was with the Connecticut Giants. So, Coach Gerald, as always, a pleasure to see you, man. Longtime friend, and I'm excited for you to bring your 14U down to Texas with us. We are going to be drafting other levels for Connecticut, but today is just their 14U. So, Coach Patrick, on you.
Hey, what's going on, Coach? Thank you for the warm welcome. Just gonna jump into it. We got what I think is the best 14U probably in the country. It took a few years to form all this team, and these gentlemen, they've been playing together for a few years. They all know each other very well, and they play well together. So, without further ado, let me start off this 14U team. Starting with Gerald Patrick Jr. Second, we're going to go with Kamal Little. Next, we got Dayton Smith. Big lineman, Carter Edwards. Also, we have Jeremiah LeClaire. Receiver and corner, Marquise Rose Jr. Unstoppable DN, Corey Smith. We got the speedy Ja'Kai Wright. Team is led by the quarterback, Lawrence C. Richardson Jr. You also have another shifty receiver / running back, Christopher Napoleon Jr. Another stellar lineman, Gerard Byam, followed by Tristan Parker and Karan Donamino. You have a big boy in the trenches. He can go both sides, Dominique Schultz. We also have Aiden Silva. We have another quarterback, Miller Stolzman. We also have another receiver, Devon Hardy. This kid right here, probably the most well-rounded kid. Play pretty much any position. He's always on the go. Anthony Wiley. We also have Joseph Redding, Darwin Marquez, George Holland III, Zaire Maddox Moore, Isaiah Lopez, Joshua Johnson, Landon Roman, Christopher Edwards, and last but not least, we got a set of unstoppable twins, Samir Nelson and Sarad Nelson.
Wow. So I know some of them kids, Coach. I know some of them. Napoleon. I know your son. Got some names over there, man, that are going to come out. Landon, Mr. Roman. I'm super excited to see him. I haven't seen him in a couple of years, and I'm excited to see what they come out and do. Whaley, I'm super pumped to see what they come out with. Which level do you think is going to be able to come home with it, though, Coach? That's the question.
I heard the Georgia boys, they took it at 14U or
13
last
not 14,
year.
Not 14, 13.
13U last year, so now they're gonna be 14 this year, right? Yeah, I think we're gonna be prone. We're gonna take them out.
You're gonna take the crown. You're gonna dethrone Georgia.
Yeah, I think so. I think that's gonna happen.
That's that. Hey, now we got the 14U head coach on. We about to see him in a minute. But hey, Coach Mookie, how are you doing with your sound right now? I think Coach Mookie is still having technical issues. We'll have to get back to New York shortly. All right. So next we have Coach Adam Smith, the state of Georgia. He is the 14U head coach for our Army Bowl. He's the Cedar Grove Middle County champion, the reigning county champion right now. They just came off an amazing win over Stevenson. I believe it was 28-6 or 28 to some. It was around those numbers. It was some. It was a good win for the boys of Cedar Grove. He's also a two-time Teacher of the Year. He's a Clayton County alum. He's currently the head coach of our 14U that Coach G from Connecticut said they were going to dethrone. So I'm excited to see what this looks like between you guys, right? And Coach Smith, the floor is yours. Welcome to the show.
First and foremost, I want to thank you guys for having me. Right now, I'll be announcing a couple of more guys from our 12U, 13U, and 14U draft selections for Team Georgia. I'm going to go ahead and start with our 12U. We have Messiah Taylor, Colton Singer, and Carson Smiley. For our 13U, we have Michael Miller, Ian Little, Tylen Burrell, Amari Carlock, Miguel Marino, and Patrick Ryan Jr. For our 14U, we have Cruz Marion, Torrey Hearn, Rakai Coulter, Bryson Tolbert, Carson Smiley, Jordan Miller, Camille Redding Hall, Chris Brown, Emmanuel Holmes, Mike Rogers, Wesley Rogers, and Carlos Wilson. So that is the finalization of our draft selections from the previous draft selections.
Got you. So you've at this point now, your 14U looks pretty set. It looks like you need a couple linemen, as everybody does. Your 13U, which is headed up by Coach Quincy Carter, looks pretty solid. It's your younger levels that seem to need more help on the levels and getting kids in.
Yes, and we're looking to grow as our season, the football season goes along. But by the time about a month or two, we'll be fully loaded at every age level.
So, Coach, real quick, let me ask you something, man. As you are the reigning champ, and what does that look like? What does your path back to the championship look like this year, knowing that you have all of these states looking to come and dethrone you this year?
So pretty much, like I tell the guys, we have to make sure that one phrase that I like to use is stay ready so you don't have to get ready. We know we have a target on our back, being that we won the chip last year, and we can't really, overlook the other states or anything like that. At the same time, as I'm reminding the guys that, I'm also reminding my guys who they are. We have a bunch of dogs on our team at the 14U level, and they are ready to eat. They're ready to hunt. No disrespect to the other states, but I just don't see anyone able to line up with what we got in front of us.
Well, on another side, I know North Carolina got a 6'6", 285 lineman. I know Connecticut's coming out. The guy they call the Hulk. He's a little monster. You got to see the little pictures he's in and stuff. And I know you've seen it, Coach. We've shared everything, and I'm excited to see what Georgia comes out with, knowing the guys that were in the game last year. The guys like Gavin Kinchin, Dale Perry, Manuel Holmes, Rakai Coulter. You got these different guys that are all coming together and coming to field one solid unit. I'm very excited about what you guys are gonna be able to put together.
Yes, sir. And I was getting ready to say also, just to mention a few, like you said, we do have a couple of guys that already have college offers. And one thing that I do like to say about the state of Georgia, most states, they either have, power, some states have speed. Well, what we got in Georgia, man, we have power and speed combined on top of the IQ. I just think, again, but we will come out on top. And I speak for all age groups.
All age, you're talking all age group. I was about to ask you that next. Which age group are you saying is going to come out?
Team Georgia will take home the throne at all age groups.
I like that, Coach. I like that, Coach. I like that, Coach. I love the energy there. And it's going to take some dethroning. And I believe that the other states got something to say about it. Coach Mookie, are you in the room yet? Are we able to get to you?
Microphone check, 1 2 1 2. We in the building.
We in the building, Coach. We in the building. Let's get it done. Let's get it done.
Hey man,
how are we looking? Mookie Hawkins, Buffalo, New York, one of the founders of Great Elite. Once again, 98 city champion with Corey Graham. He was coaching him, QB's coach at Health Science. He's a 4-time Class B champ, and he is currently a Buffalo Bills beat reporter. Coach Hawkins, welcome to the show.
Appreciate you. Yeah, I was our co-founder of Beast Elite. COVID turned it into GRA. You know, with my guy Rome Hunt and King of Peoples over there. But again, we are excited to be a part of U.S. Army Bowl, to put New York on the map. I know everybody keep thinking that we just are basketball players, but you know, we play ball up here, and especially up in New York State. You know what I mean? Especially up here in upstate. You know, anywhere between Buffalo, Syracuse, Rochester. You know what I mean? That's what we bring to the table. And I'm real excited to announce some of these 11U and some of these 12U kids, you know, some of the best around in our area. And I'm going to start off with our top pick, quarterback from BMF, hailing out of Rochester there, my guy Fuquan Agent Boram. You know, definitely one of the dogs representing, you know, the 585 out of there in Rochester by way of Syracuse, BMF. My guys, the Bricks out there, do a phenomenal job with those kids. And just to round up more of those 11U guys, we have Zaim Smith, Dylan Ivey, Travell Appleberry Collier, King Wilms, Justice Johnston, Zaire Smith, and to close things out for now, my guy Carl Flowers. Some of the top 11U guys, you know, that's coming out of upstate New York. And in my bracket, which is the 12s, you know, we have definitely a plethora of talent. I know my guy from GA was just talking about the size and the speed and the IQ, but, you know, we have those type of guys up north too. So it's going to be pretty interesting to see how that really all shake out. A highlight in this crop of 12-year-olds will be TJ Shuford, running back, 5'9", 187-pound running back, linebacker from out of CGE Elite. He already has an offer to the University of Marshall as well, only at 12 years old. We have another beast in Alex Davis, 6'1", 220-pound edge rusher. He can play D-tackle and tight end. We have Johnny Elliott, the 4th. He's just an athlete, quarterback, linebacker, H-back, linebacker. We have Nick Lewis hailing from Buffalo Kids, another stud at linebacker and running back. We have Noel Wims. I know we don't really talk about the linemen as much, but you know, Noel Wims, here's a kid that's 5'9", 225-pound guard, loves to take out the trash. We do have another lineman by Jamar Springer. He's not listed there, but 5'10", 235 pounds as well as tackle. Great feat with these guys. You see them on CGE Elite. Definitely one side of those hogs blocking for that star running back there. You do have Desi Hughes, another outside linebacker, running back / wide receiver guy from Buffalo Kids. TJ Howard is probably one of the best wide receivers in our 12U bracket, who also plays cornerback. We have Nero Hunt, and rounding off with Johnny McIver Henley at running back and linebacker. So those are just some of your 12-year-olds, just to name, that will be representing upstate New York when it's time to play ball in Texas late December.
Oh, man, Coach, that is a solid group there. I'm not going to say I know some of those guys, but I have heard the names, right? And I'm excited to see what they bring to Texas. I know you guys are going to be drafting your older levels on the other side. I know Georgia's drafting their younger levels later in the year. You'll be drafting your older levels later in the year. And we'll have all of your tryouts and stuff ready for you as far as information goes once we receive it. So here's how we're going to work this, guys. In September, Army Bowl is going to kind of shut down for a little bit and let you guys focus on your season, let you focus on your school. In October, we'll ramp back up. We'll have some shows with Untethered Stone Elite, and he'll be highlighting the players from all of the states that are in this draft process. We do have other states that are joining us, but the states that we're going to be highlighting are the ones that were a part of the draft. And I'm super excited to get you guys to understand who these young men are. They're really, really accomplished young men. And sometimes when we get to high school, those accomplishments are, you're told that the accomplishments mean nothing. And I don't agree with that. I agree with that. Anything that you put your heart and soul in means something. And we're going to highlight you, but there is a next step. And you should never be complacent where you are in your process. So yes, you're the MVP this year. Yes, you're the champion this year, but there's always another year. There's always another game that you have to go out and prove yourself. And that is life. So, my thing to you today, guys, would be to stay focused on the main thing. Make sure you're keeping that 8-year-old kid happy that's inside of you. Make sure you can always look back and see yourself and say, hey, I made me proud. Don't look at anybody else to be made proud. Make yourself proud. Lastly, coaches, have a question for you. This year, we are looking to say we have over 20 guys with an offer. Out of the freshmen that are coming into this game, who are some of the guys, and these are you guys that have 14U, who are some of the guys that we need to pay attention to? Whether that be Coach Patrick or that's Coach Smith. Coach Mookie, I know you have the younger guys right now, so this is more geared towards the other two.
I got dogs too in high school, man. Don't sell me short up top, baby. We got one of the top freshmen. We got one of the top freshmen in the country right now, hands down. One of the top freshmen in the country right now in Elijah Kimball. You match prep first team All-American. All right, all-purpose back, 5'9", 190 pounds, rushed for over 1,800 yards and 25 scores, has 12 offers, and just recently picked up Michigan last month. So,
what grade is he in, Coach?
He's a freshman now. Well, he's going into a sophomore season. So he's class of 27.
Gotcha. We're looking for freshmen that are going into freshman year or freshmen now. Gotcha. What you got, Coach Smith?
Going into 14U, going into freshman, right?
Going into freshman year or in freshman year right now.
Okay. So we got a couple of guys on our roster. I'll start with Gavin Kitchen, explosive all-around athlete. On the field, he can pretty much play wherever you put him at. That is one of our athletes that's offered up. We have Dale Perry, another outstanding athlete who can play both sides of the field, offered up. Mason Freeman offered up. We have a lot of big boys down in the trenches, man. My guy Evan Ferguson, he's going into his freshman year over there at Lithonia. He's another kid that we're looking to lean on. Jaden Tillery going into his freshman year. Outstanding, just straight up dog. One of the guys that we are counting on, banking on to kind of lead the way. He's kind of like if you watch the Warriors, he's kind of like the Draymond Green of the team. So JT, that's my guy, man. But we have a lot of guys. We have some guys that's even in the 8th grade that's on this 14U as well. We have Zach Bell, who's just started his 8th grade season. Outstanding athlete, can play all over the field. We got Brandon Davis at quarterback. He's returning from winning 13U championship. Last year, national champs. So like I said, man, I feel like we are loaded. The team is full. On the line, I can't forget my big guy, Dylan DeJohe. That's my guy, Big Refrigerator Perry. And like I said, man, we're pretty much loaded. I know the list goes on and on. Guys, I know if you're watching, I know you're probably going to get at me saying that I see you. But I'm just trying to, speak with the time that I have. But I just really can't wait for us to put it all together and get out there and showcase our abilities and what we have. But as far as the 14U level, you can expect the explosiveness, the aggression, the savage, the Georgia. You can expect that from us, and you'll get that.
Coach, that was a perfectly explained idea around what Georgia is and who Georgia is and the players that they have there. I'm excited to see the guy that you named. And I'm excited to see how you put it all together this year. Coach Pat, who do you have in Connecticut that is somebody to see right now? We have to get our eyes on him now.
I'm not gonna lie. Pretty much more than half my team is gonna be guys like that. Most of these guys, I spent a few years just gathering together so they could play with each other. To be on like a all-star type team. A lot of them played together, travel ball. They went down and played some of the best teams across the country. I think in a few tournaments they beat the Maryland Heat. They also played against the team out of Jersey. It's one of the top teams. I think they beat them too. So as I know, none of the incoming freshmen, I don't think they have offers. I mean, a lot of kids are going to prep school, but you're definitely using this opportunity to go down there, play, and dominate some of them kids who do have offers. So they're going to get their looks right there. You know what I mean?
Hey, man, if you want to beat a man, you got to go beat the man, right? When the man is in town, go show up. I have a question for you, Coach Pat, before I let you guys go. I'm a native New Yorker. You're in Connecticut. Coach Smith is in Georgia, and Coach Mookie is in upstate New York. And the school systems are really, really different in the way that they're set up, right? I know in the North, prep schools are the biggest thing, right? Public schools are not seen as a way to get to the next level. It's prep schools. I know in Georgia, public schools is the way to do it. You go to public school, you're making it to whatever school you want to make it to as long as you can play some football. And my question is, how does the education system, affect how you're trying to promote your kids in your area? I'll start with you, Coach Pat.
Really, the education system, it seems to be mostly the inner city schools, like the big city schools, Hartford, the Bridgeport, New Haven. I mean, a lot of people, those football programs are on the decline. They've been on a decline, so parents are mostly putting their kids in the cities around in the small town schools or the prep schools. The way to go if you really want to play football in your big.
Is the decline football, or is the decline education, or like a bit of both?
It's a bit of both. In the big inner city, it's a bit of both.
So now the U.S. Army Bowl at this point would be able to help you take those kids that may have got lost in the shuffle freshman year, 8th grade year, and promote them and get eyes back on them. How are the colleges are the colleges running towards Connecticut to give offers, or is it more of a D2 state, D3 state? Like, what is Connecticut?
I mean, like you said, it's probably mostly ran by the prep schools. But if you're in the prep school, it's college prep. They have those connections. They have kind of sort of like combines where the colleges come and you work out in front of the college coaches. My goal this year is some of those kids that are at the inner city schools, maybe to sneak them in. I got a few relationships with college coaches, so maybe put together my own combine, have the best kids from the state come out, perform in front of them, and just get eyes on them.
Well, here's the good part about that, Coach, is, let's not forget you are the regional director for Army Bowl. So the combines and everything will be going through you. So you'll be able to definitely showcase these young men in a real way. Coach Smith, how is the system affecting you in Georgia? I know Georgia is pretty much the Wild Wild West. Not saying anything goes. There are some really, really strict rules, but for the most part, you don't have to go to prep. You can stay in the public school and be great from 1A to 6A, right? So what does that look like for the kids of Georgia? If somebody's looking to come into Georgia, right, how do you explain the school system here and how to navigate it?
So I'm sorry if you could repeat. I got the tail end of that question.
Yep.
The guys were actually, I was in the chat right now. The guys are actually grilling me about missing a couple names. So I was kind of trying to pay attention to both.
Nah, you're good. So my question is, you being 2-time teacher of the year, you're the DeKalb County's current champion, the county champion. How does the next level affect your level, right? Like, how does the high school level affect your level of middle school? What should they be expecting when they get to high school as parents, as athletes, right? We can go as, folks in Georgia, our schools, public schools, we don't have to pay for school. we can just go to school and not have to worry about paying for school. Where in other states, they have to pay for school to get the opportunity, right? How does that little piece affect the kids of Georgia, in your opinion?
So I think for the most part, pretty much in Georgia with our public school system, the kids, they do not have to, pay to get into those schools, even the top programs like Grayson or Langston Hughes, programs like that, just to name a few. Those schools, they don't have to, they're public schools pretty much. So our kids are able to, attend there with no issues or anything like that. Now, we do have our prep and private schools that definitely cost. However, for our athletes or kids that are in magnet programs and things like that, there are scholarships, or there are, student aid that helps out with paying for tuition and things like that. But for the most part, if the kids are, attending public schools, that's am I
That's
missing
able to feel their needs. Yeah. I appreciate that, man. That's something that, so sometimes parents don't understand that, each state operates differently, and you have to go in there and know that system.
Yeah.
Right. So, Coach Hawkins, last thing real quick. What is something that we can, what is the situation with you guys in Buffalo as far as the education system in football? What does the next level look like for you guys? Well, I'm assuming Coach Hawkins is not here at this point. Either way,
I'm still here.
guys,
I'm here. I'm here. I don't know how my mic was muted. My mic was muted. I'm sorry about that. But
gotcha.
I did, I want to piggyback off of Coach real quick. LJ Ladd and Mary Perry, some of the two top quarterbacks that's be coming out in the 12U division. But educational wise, it's kind of not made for our kids, you know what I mean, in reference to how the whole scope. I mean, you can go from anywhere, whether it's a charter school, a private school, or a public school. You can make it from each way. But the way that is drawn up, like, you got to have all your core curriculum courses, obviously your 4 years of math, science, English, and social studies. But in this era of transfer portal and things of that nature, you're going to see prep schools on the rise. You're going to see junior colleges on the rise because of that transfer portal, and NIL deals now is starting to push things back. You got a lot of kids right now that's in the transfer portal stuck, that's coming from Power 5 conferences, that's right now not even out of school because of NIL and transfer portal issues. Like, Nick Saban really retired because of the transfer portal, not NILs, because you can no longer stock and load up on 5-star athletes, on your bench now. So all of that has domino effect the high school ranks, and it has domino effect the prep school ranks as well. So it's kind of tough, but as long as we can do things such as U.S. Army Bowl, that's going to get you that exposure, because they deal with publicated scouting services such as Signing Day and 24/7 Sports. Those is a direct connect to all the colleges in the country. So being a part of U.S. Army Bowl definitely gives our kids that exposure that we're looking for. No matter what school you go to, as long as you with the program here at U.S. Army, you're all right.
Coach, that's real, man. It's, again, everybody operates differently, and some systems aren't set up for you to be successful, but it's up to the people who are running the programs and stuff to be able to reach out and make connections outside of your area. That's the point of this, right? It's to get eyes and get people to see you in different areas, and another coach in another area. You never know where this coach is going to be. I know Coach Smith right now is on his way up. He'll be coaching in high school, very, very shortly. He's been on the middle school side for a little bit, been very successful, built a powerhouse down on the east side of the Cab. And I'm excited to see where he goes. I'm excited to see where Coach Pat goes and see where you go with the kids that you have, and watch how this grows, man. I know you've been doing this since 1991. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So you've been around the block. You've seen guys be successful. You've seen guys fail. And I think that's a part of it too, right? People, we're going to talk about the success stories, but you got to always talk about the stories that failed and the guys that didn't make it. And they're still successful in life, but in football, it just didn't work. And I'm excited to see how this all comes together, man. Right now, the next draft, everyone will have New York finishing up. Connecticut will be finishing up and adding in their last 3 levels. At that point, North Carolina will take over as the headliner, and Georgia is now out of it. North Carolina will take over, and then we will get to, I believe, Jersey and the West Coast. So Jersey will then draft with the West Coast when they come out about this with Mississippi and Texas and California and so on and so forth. Coach C.J. Dodd is the state director on that side. He is assisting me with the West Coast because he's boots down on that side. And I'm very, very pleased with the work that he's doing at this point. He's made some great connections with me, and we're hoping to get Virginia in next. So we're working, always working. Last but not least, yesterday was our director of media's birthday. He's 40 years old. It's a blessing, man, to reach milestones. I've known this man since I was a teenager, running around White Plains Road together. And now we are doing things for young men. He's saving lives on a regular, and I'm saving children on a regular. So it's a blessing. God has been good to us, and I am very thankful and blessed to have you in my life, Edwin Stone. You're an amazing guy. Happy birthday, my brother. And if any of you guys, if you go in the chat, just give our director of media a big happy birthday, man. The big 40. It's a blessing to get there. Love is love, you guys. I'm Coach Davis. This is the U.S. Army Bowl, and we are done with day 2. We will see you again. We will see you again in October. Love is love, guys. Be good.